Nestea here, not so successful with it, and going on to Cloud Kingdom for game number 2. We'll see how... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a very, very similar situation occurs once again, but we could see Scarlett mix it up herself.
Yes, Scarlett could be mixing it up. Let's jump into Cloud Kingdom. Of course, to the top right is our IM player. In the blue, it's Nestea.
Yep. And spawning down to the bottom left-hand corner once again as our purple Zerg. She goes by the name of AcerScarlett, currently playing under the IronSquid tag for this game.
Yeah, and it's funny because we had different in-game names. Scarlett had her actual ID last game, and Nestea had IM Random.
Yeah.
Which
I think they changed servers for this game, actually, because to make things fair. So
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So Cloud Kingdom. One of those maps where you can have, Mutalist play and stuff like that, but it's still prone to a lot of early aggression. The natural is quite open unless you're going to start walling things off. And, for the most part, that's what we saw on Ohana. We still saw good wall-offs by Scarlett for that defensive-minded mindset. But I won't be surprised if we saw both of them, position their Baneling nests down there between their main ramp and natural, just to make it that little bit easier to defend.
Yeah. Would make sense. I think we might see a little bit of that. We've seen players go for triple evolution chamber walls, for example, in dire situations on this map, just to make sure they can hold everything correctly.
Yeah.
Pool first for Scarlett now. Nestea, on the other hand, will he try to go for the hatch first? It starts to look more likely.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Nestea going for his hatchery first, doing all right for himself. Meanwhile, we have Scarlett opening a pool. She doesn't want to play too crazy at all. I think, everyone knows how Nestea can play. Everyone knows that Nestea has wide variance in his play styles. He can go for the big macro game, or he can go for a 6-pool and say to hell with it and try to attack you. 6-pool, not so much in this matchup anymore, unless you're going to pull all the drones and try and make a spine crawler and just go for craziness. But still, Nestea's the kind of guy that will mix it up, and Scarlett's accounting for that right now.
Yeah, and speaking of 6 pools, and the reason why it's not really done this matchup anymore is part of the reason for that is the map size. And this is my first time casting with you, and I want to ask you your opinion on this. I like to ask everyone's opinion on this. Right. What do you think about the current state of Wings of Liberty StarCraft 2 maps?
Stale. Apart from the Pro League, actually, it was funny because when the Pro League maps came out, everyone looked at them and was like, oh god, they're going to be terrible for StarCraft 2. But if you ask a lot of people who watch Pro League and the current tournaments that are going on, people find a lot of enjoyment in Pro League because games are just wacky. They're out of the ordinary. They're going against the metagame. So, if new maps come out and they, in inverted commas, screw up the metagame for a while, I don't mind that too much. I would love to see some of these maps just work their way into foreign tournaments.
Yeah, same here. A little bit of Zerling pressure comes out from Scarlett, but Nestea's pulling his drones really well here. And nice, Nestea tries to make the extractor, but gets denied. And I don't want to jump out of that topic too quick, because just to continue on what you're saying, I'm in complete agreement. And for me, I would almost rather see old maps that were good in the GSL and in the ladder come back or be retried with current new patches that have helped fix balance in other ways. For example, one map I would really like to see, which a lot of people will probably want to attack me for, is Xel'Naga Caverns. I would like to see that map with the current patches that we have out and see how it differs. Maybe without gold bases in the center.
Yeah.
Just some slight changes to it, but just that map in general.
That is
good scout here by Nestea. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, that's fine. I was just saying that was a quite controversial opinion, but it would... I mean... so, yeah, these Zerglings are doing some scouting. They see everything in Scarlet space, apart from the layer that's just morphing in right now. But one of the interesting things that I did recently that we spoke about at the very beginning, just before we came online, was me casting that Best of 69, and we saw every single game was a different map. And some of them were the old maps, and seeing current metagame trends on old maps was extremely interesting to see. So it would make for a very odd situation, but an interesting one nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. There were a lot of maps that never really stuck out. They really came through to their full lifetime, like Zelnaga Fortress, for example. That I would like to see. That map was the map where the Watchtower blew up after 7 minutes.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, just moving away from this topic a little bit here, we have a very fast layer for Scarlet with her Roach Warren, and Nestea, on the other hand, looks like he's planning to go in for some big aggression. He's moving across the map. Scarlet sees this now, immediately starts 2 spine crawlers.
I think that Scarlett here, whilst we were saying that, this is her comfort zone, I don't know if this is going to be as comfortable for her as it was before. These Roaches and Zerglings are going to be hitting pretty rapidly here before the spines, well, the second spine can go up. One does finish up here. The Banelings are now morphing in for Nestea, and Scarlett's going to have a hard time defending this.
Yeah, Nestea with a very massive lead in army supply goes for the spine crawler already. He knows that her Roaches are not really down there just yet. The Queen looks like it will fall first. Nestea getting some good hits, and Scarlet's Baneling's not able to connect here.
Meanwhile, the Banelings of Nestea connecting pretty nicely with the pack of Roaches. There's so many Zerglings here for Nestea as well, chewing down a ton of drones, trying to catch a lot of the Roaches that are actually being killed off here. There's not many Roaches left over for Nestea, but he's doing a lot of damage in his opponent's economy line.
Yeah, in fact, right now he's killed 16 Harvesters. Puts the Harvester count at 28 to 24, and he's going to kill, looks like, another Roach, and maybe a few more drones here.
At this point, I just don't think Scarlet has the lava count to really deal with this. Never mind the income. Nestea just rallying Zerglings across the map constantly here, trying to find a location. But actually, that's quite a lot of Roaches that Scarlet's accrued herself. She will be.
Yeah, she has, and you're so right about the production is a big problem because she lost her Queen, and also the mining was a problem because Nestea stopped the mining at the natural. Now Scarlet has a great opportunity to do that counterattack that we talked about, that we even saw last game. You defend, you don't die, you trade pretty well, and then suddenly you're actually the one who's putting pressure on your opponent. And Nestea is trying to tech to his lair, he's desperately trying to get these Roaches out. He could be in some trouble himself.
Yeah, the only problem with that, though, is the fact that Scarlet, I mean, this is relatively all-in-ish, I would say. She's pushing with these Roaches, but if they don't effectively do the damage, whilst a great surround comes in from Nestea there.
Yeah, Nestea, just way too much production here.
Nice.
GG. The counterattack was her last hope.
Yes.
And it looked like it was really scary at first, but with all Nestea's production,